Hello there, Libra. My name's Frankie. I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. This reading's for Libra for September of 2019. It's 9 months into the year already. I can't believe it. It's moving so fast. For all of you that are new out there, I pull 4 cards for the month. We use the bottom card on the deck for our overall view of the month, and we'll pull an angel card at the end of the reading to hopefully bring everything together for us. Now, I am an empath, so I have a speech pattern. I speak as if I'm you. That makes every Libra, I guess, named Frankie for the time of the reading. Look at your moon sign and your rising sign. Get a more comprehensive view of the month. And I don't believe the cards are going to go week by week. I think they'll blend in and out throughout the month, kind of overall view. Now, I have a short message for us, and it's stop. And that's the word, stop. It's time to kick back, take a break. And when I laid the cards after I got the message, it shows that. It's like, stop. Get out the pajamas and sit around and do whatever we want, because we're always, even, like if we are really social, and most of us really are, we still need time down. So it was stop. And then this weird click of think about if someone's coming to me for like they want a loan or they want me to do something, and it sounds like, oh, this is a good deal, don't do it. Don't do it. And then I saw another card, 2 cards actually in here, that was like, don't do it. What is that they say? If it sounds too good, it usually is not too good. Sounds too good to be true. It usually isn't true. It was that type of energy that came off of it. And when I put the cards down, I thought, that's probably where the message is coming from, because we have good words. They're peace, clarity, harmony, awakening, and abundance. And we have 2 cards here that can show us abundance if we played the cards right, because our first card here is the 3 of Cups energy, and that's something's been brought to a completion, something that we wanted to be brought to a completion. It's victory and success, and like with the 2 of Cups, the act of falling in love produces a baby, or a creative venture. It gets done or produced into some kind of a saleable product, maybe. But the card itself is, it's time for a celebration, So we could be experiencing success in our life, plenty in our life, and actually, right underneath here, we have the 10 of Cups underneath this card, and that's plenty. And like emotions and happy home and things like that. It means, what's the word they're saying? Merriment, and celebration is at hand, and feelings that were like murky, uh, they get clearer when we get that 3 of Cups energy, and we understand like our own emotional patterns in like positive growth producing manner. In a positive growth producing manner. That's what they're saying. And this would be a card of abundance and harmony and peace, and that would be like all those good things that we wanted. So it means we're on our way to really, we're on our way now to really great things. That's the way I want to say it. On our way to really great things. And so with that 10 of Cups energy coming right underneath it, occasionally they'll tell me, look down at the card that's laying there underneath it, so it will give us just like a little more information. is what I want to put out of my mouth that's not talking real logically today for some reason. Words just aren't coming out. Because our next card is our rest. That was the original message. This is a card of respite and respite after the sorrow or misfortune that comes with the Three of Swords. And that's the heart with the three swords in it. So it could be, breaking up, and we need rest and recuperation. But we'd be working on our problems quietly. That stop word, quietly and with faith, and we would be needing or feeling the need for introspection and solitude, and it's like a necessary period of aloneness to contemplate in order to get a solid perspective on our lives or what was going on in them if we were going through a bad situation. So it would be a card of peace. Our word there, peace. Because this is a soldier coming in from battle and he's resting, but note he still has the four swords there, so he's prepared at any time if he has to go back out to battle. So it could be a card of maybe we were in pain, but maybe some of us might have had surgery or something, and we would be in the first stages of recovery. It could be from emotional trouble or physical illness, but rest and taking our time out to think things through and plan the next moves, because that's what he's doing. He's planning his next moves more wisely. So it's a card of the calm after the storm. Maybe we want to go away into exile, and shut off the whole world, away from people, like an extended vacation, just go away, kick back, sit down, rest. Or a retreat, or a quiet place is how they want me to say it. Like, go to a quiet place. We might be feeling like monastic. Get out of my way, get out of my space. When we get the card, though, during this time of the rest and respite, the R and R, we need to think, plan, and reevaluate what we've been doing before there was any kind of crisis. So it's a card of get our house in order, a card of what is it that kind of like, what do we want to do, for the next step, for more clarity, more peace, more harmony, a more awakened spirit. Sometimes we need to have a, a, a little time away. Even for us Libras, we like people and we like to be social and things like that, but everybody eventually needs the break, like shut off the phone, shut the door, turn off the TV, cut off the cell phone, don't listen to the bleeps, from the computer. It's that kind of energy. And just get myself back into my own body, back into my own spot, back into my own space. And I'm saying it that way because the next card here is the Five of Rods or Wands, and this card can be a tough energy. Some people, but based on I'm seeing that celebration and the Four of Swords right after it, and then we have two major arcana. It can be, like I said, a fake battle, is what some people say, but usually it's about competition in the global economy, like that mad scramble for money and power with all of the crappy stuff that comes with it, like greed and corruption and it's struggle. What the card means to me is some type of struggle in the marketplace. So, like the new factors moving into the situation that make us change, adapt, and grow. So life is not as simple as it was. New competition moved into the neighborhood. It's that type of energy, maybe at work or maybe in love, maybe because we have this Three of Cups energy here with the Ten of Cups. Maybe in love, we might need with that rest thing, spend some time with people one-on-one that we love, that we've been so busy at work, with. If it's like the new competition uh, coming into, how do I want to put this? New competition coming into like our industry or the place we work, we'd have to put forth like a whole bunch more um, effort to keep what we had gained, like in terms of our financial abundance, our word here, our financial abundance and our material goods. The rest of this reading is good, but sometimes we suffer a little bit with loss, or we can go forward, and that's how it feels with the two major arcanas coming. Instead of suffering with some type of loss, that we'd be going to like greater heights is the way I want to say it. Greater heights of success and like abundance like in the form of accumulation of wealth, you know like we got our job, we got our promotion, we got the things that we wanted, but it wasn't easy, it was a battle. So it could be that this card, that's what we're celebrating right now, maybe it was tough at work and we competed for a job and we got the job, or we were having pressure put on us by the boss that's saying, well, you're not getting the promotion because George is doing better than you or whatever, and I'm giving it to him and I have to step up my game when my game was already stepped up, and the final end result is I've got it. And I'm saying it that way, I've got it, because we have the celebratory card here with the Ten of Cups energy underneath it, which is all good things, the Ten of Cups. And completion, I've made it through. And with this next energies here, we really made it through, like with flying colors, because we have the Magician. But the Magician card, it's like new beginnings, new choices. So Magician's number one, and underneath our Three of Cups, we have the Ten of Cups, which is another number one. So this is new beginnings always around. Ten of Cups is great new beginnings, right? New beginnings, new choices. It's when we're able and willing and able, like to manipulate the situation in order to receive a desired end. It shows leadership potential, ambition, desire for action, new relationships coming into being. Um, but the tools for whatever action we desire are already in our hands. The Magician has everything in front of him, everything. And that's the key point here. So is the knowledge for using them correctly. Um, that's I'm saying it that way because of the next card. Because if we use the knowledge, if we use magician power to an improper end, like this corporate, greedy, manipulating type energy, versus just doing through our own ability to manifest, it backfires on us and it comes back and bites us in the rear end. So it's kind of like a karmatic card at the same time. So it would be a time for us to evaluate the tools that we have at our disposal and relate them properly to our aims. So it's a card that has a particular type of karma around it, and I want to say it in that way because of our next card here, which also is a card, believe it or not, of manifestation. It's the devil card, and we're probably saying, what? You know, this can come down to drug, sex, and rock and roll. We have the party hardy card along with having to rest here with our Four of Swords and the fighting thing and, you know, stepping up our game, you know, and then we get the karma card because the devil card is Saturn in Capricorn. So this is not the devil's coming to get us. It's uh, um, in tarot cards. It's a mythical creature, but it represents the bondage, which this Five of Rods energy card does too. Like the bondage that we create and maintain, create and maintain for ourselves. You know, uh, it's a card that there could be like obstacles in our environment that we find frustrating or that our options are narrowing, you know, because of that Five of um, Rods card being in here. Options narrowing, someone else could be involved, but we would have the ability with this card to free ourselves by using our willpower, which is the magician energy. Now, if that makes any sense, and in order to use the magician energy properly, we would need that Four of Swords down here, you know, because this can be a card of abundance, because everybody, right, in the whole world, if we think about it, sometimes this card could be about boundaries, but it's our own bondage to the things that are in the material world. But it's usually that's the root of the problem with this card here. But even in the most, they want me to say, even in the most restrictive situations, we still have choices, and everyone needs structure in order to create a solid foundation. Structure in order to create a solid foundation for growth and development, and that's what they want me to say. So being as this is Saturn in Capricorn, and Saturn is the Lord of Karma. I'm not an astrologer, but it is. So Saturn teaches us our lessons. If we use our lessons that we've learned well, and I tell you guys this every time this devil card comes up, if we take the lessons, we've learned them, and we use them well, it's a card of manifestation. So it goes directly with our magician card, because you can build a castle in the air and bring it forth from spirit and build it in the ground, on the ground, and materialize it, you know. And we have these two powerful cards, one right after the other. So I wouldn't want to use magician inappropriately, like in manipulation, because this can be drug, sex, rock and roll. And looking at this reading, you know, it could be. I got party and hardy, um, broke the bank. There goes my abundance. Had to take a rest, you know, and then go back and fight at work. And I manipulated it, and I get another lesson that I didn't want, you know. I don't feel that for most of us Libras at all. But when I look down here, I'm thinking, whoa, you know, really? But if this energy, and we've learned those karmatic lessons. It's a card of manifestation. And with that magician energy with it, wow, you can really have it going. So we don't manipulate in an inappropriate manner to get what we want, right? We, if we don't, and we do it through our own presentation of ourselves and taking that time, right? We will, that we need to get the clarity, like our word down here, and the Four Swords energy. It's a card of money making, um, awakening my spirit to the appropriate use of the gifts of being able to manifest and staying in harmony and balance. Because the magician uses the tools at hand, uses them wisely and uses them well. And they bring in, like that prosperity from this Five of Rods energy, because it's prosperity, wealth, and things like that that are well deserved because they've been fought for, and yeah, well deserved. They've been fought for, and I've done it on my own merit. That's the word they want me to use. You can't make these cards up. I'm sorry. What are all of our words? We Libras, we plug along, don't we? We got steady progress here. So I want to think, what is it are we manifesting? What is it we're moving forward towards? Because it says, we acknowledge you for the steady progress you've made in remembering love in your daily activities. We can clearly see the contribution you're making to the world through your thoughts, feelings, and actions of love. That's that learning the lesson, not manipulating, doing things in the appropriate, right manner, at the appropriate, right time, because we are who we are and we hold our integrity. If that makes sense, that's the way Spirit's saying. And we Libras hold our integrity. We can be people pleasers, don't get me wrong. Take that rest, because we like everybody. What do you want, dear? What do you want, dear? No, it's what you want, dear. That kind of thing. Trying to make everybody happy. I think with that Five of Rods in there, it's not going to be everybody happy, but we do use love. We do. It's just the way we are. It says you drew this card as a reassurance you're making steady progress. You sometimes harshly compare yourself to others and feel you should be farther ahead on your path by now. And that's that Five of Rods energy. Yet look at how far you've come. That's something we never do. We never look at how far we've come. We look at how far we have to go. And if we appreciated and had gratitude, right, for how far we've come, what kind of clarity and peace, like our words, could that bring to us? What kind of harmony? What kind of an awakened spirit would that bring? What kind of abundance would it bring into our lives? It says, how many lessons, look how far we've come, how many lessons we've learned with that Devil card, and how many people you've helped. Focus on your progress instead of expecting perfection from yourself. Each day, take at least one small action step concerning a project that you're passionate about. You're on the right path, even if it feels like you're moving slowly. Praise the light instead of cursing the darkness. Appreciate yourself. There we go, Libra. That's our reading for this month. And I want to tell you all, thank you for your likes, shares, subscribes, and for your comments. I read each and every one of them. I really appreciate them. If anybody wants to know more about me or just go neb about me, all the information's down below the screen at the website, or if you need to set an appointment with me, all of the information to do that is over at the website. There's 2 short videos over there too that explain the 2 classes I put out for you guys. The prayer class and suture class. Prayer class is how to and why you do it that way format. Prayers for all different things. It's 2.5 hours long. The sutras are just simple thought forms you put into a simple meditation. Takes 5 minutes a day, enhances the clear perceptions. But there's videos, they're like 5 or 6 minutes long, that explain them. So to everybody I've met through 3 whole years of doing these YouTubes, and all of you I've met through 31 years of doing my work, I want to tell you, it's been an honor, privilege, and a pleasure to serve you, and hopefully I'll see you back here next month. Bye-bye.